I've known Charles for almost 15 years through Rancho Los Amigos Rehab Center, where we work in the pathokinesiology lab together. Charles is an extraordinary man who inspires his coworkers and everyone that he meets. He was injured in a car accident 20 years ago, approximately, and sustained 28 years ago, wow. Time flies. Hi, Charles. He sustained a complete spinal cord injury and lost the movement below his waist. But in spite of that, Charles has lived an incredibly busy life. You can't really track him down. He's not confined to Long Beach. He's everywhere. He always has a smile, a joke. He keeps things lively. We work with a lot of clients for long periods of time at our game research lab, and he always bonds with them immediately. He breaks up the monotony, and it's just a pleasure to work with him. He's worked full-time at Rancho for 21 years in the lab. Prior to that, he was a volunteer, and he did have his rehab at Rancho and was connected with the hospital that way, and it has been our fortunate that he works with us at Rancho and the clients there. And I'm going to let him forward.
Those of you who know Charles Whitehead might be surprised to know that I didn't meet him in the context of my job as city prosecutor. I don't remember what event it was, but my attention was drawn to him as the guy flirting with my wife. Later on, it didn't bother me because I found out he flirts with everybody's wife. Charles is definitely a unique person and a conversationalist, I will tell you. He came to some of my political events, and before the event was over, he had gone up to every single person at the event, introduced himself, and would know more about them than I knew about them by the end of the night. He's just interesting and interested in so many things and in so many ways. My wife talked a little bit about her working with Charles for 21 years in a laboratory setting that does research to help people who are in wheelchairs. It's fantastic work, and Charles does a great job. But Charles doesn't just work full-time and get to Downey from Long Beach every day. In fact, the building, you can see his building behind us where he does live. But Charles started his own company that designed and manufactured decorative spoke guard covers for wheelchair wheels. He called his company Rollin' Man, and his designs included patriotic themes like an American flag. If anyone wants to get them, you still sell them, right? And also whimsical expressions like a happy face. He's extremely active in his church, which he made sure I said here because his mother is attending. He wants you to know that he spends many hours with the choir rehearsing for Sunday services. And he also helps with the videotaping of the services. Charles is also an actor, and we had the pleasure of watching him perform in a theater production about a football player who suffers emotional losses after being paralyzed. And my wife told me that we were going to see this show, and Charles was going to be in it, and I was thinking it was some local community theater. But no, it's near downtown on the campus of USC. It was a very large-scale production, and Charles just happens to go from his other job to his other job to his business to now he's an actor. And if that wasn't all to keep Charles busy, he's also a musician and a performer and a writer of music. With music, he finds an outlet to express himself and to entertain others. He writes and performs his own music in a group and as a solo artist. His group is called Per Se, and I'm sure he'll give more information about that tonight. But Charles, we're just so excited to nominate you for this award. I can't think of anyone who would exemplify independent living better than you, and it's a pleasure to know you and a privilege to be your friend. So congratulations. Aww.
Long Beach, and he has produced a video that the Convention Bureau has adopted. So check it out on YouTube, Downtown Long Beach video, and you can hear his song that he's written for the city, which is phenomenal.
I just want to add something to that, the downtown Long Beach. I had the privilege and honor, obviously Charles and I through Rancho, and you know all of them with a passion for Rancho, to nominate him for a Sandy Award with the Long Beach Visitor Convention Bureau. And he won it for downtown Long Beach. And I was telling him tonight that in a couple of weeks I'll be heading to Charlotte, North Carolina for our annual the National Association of County Convention. I was fortunate enough to be able to bring that to Long Beach in 2016. It's a big convention, okay? But, so when we sell it in Charlotte, I was telling you tonight, we are going to be listening and hearing downtown Long Beach. Anyway, dear friends, I'm proud of him, like y'all said, but congratulations. So, God bless, buddy. It's all yours.
Thank you, Lisa, Doug, Don. I want to pretty much let you know that what makes me independent and what my drive, what keeps me going, is the fact that I have a great relationship with my family. You know, without my family, you know, they're my biggest supporters. My mother's here, my brother's here from Louisiana. You know, my sister. And it's not just my immediate family; it's my extended family, which I have a very large family. My mother has 15 brothers and sisters, and my father has 8 or 9. So I have like 20-something uncles and aunts just to start. So, you know, but that's what they do in the South. Okay? And as a kid, I worked in the fields. I drove tractors when I was a young kid. I worked in the cotton fields, rice, soybean, all of that stuff. And I made my way to the city. And I've done time in the Army Reserves, but to move on from family, it's also great that I have a lot of great friends, you know. And when you have friends, you know, I'm a people person, and I genuinely care about people, you know, that their health and well-being is good. And so when you have friends that you deal with, not only, you know, just friendships come at work, friendships that are at home and in a roundabout way. You know, that's what makes everything go for me. That's what keeps me happy, because I do work with, you know, and I can't say the people that I do work with are a great group of people, and they're my friends too, not just my coworkers. And so that makes everything that I do, it gives me the drive to, and I always tell people, if it's something that I don't like, I won't be doing it. And so that's what gives me the drive. And so I go to work every day. You know, we take care of business, but we joke a lot. And I love my job. You know, when we go to family functions, we joke a lot. I love my family. When I'm out with my friends, we joke a lot. I love it. So, you know, so everything that I do, I find a way to laugh and love. You know, I love what I do. And you know, so if, you know, always there's a quote, you know, said, you know, if you love what you have to live and love. And if you love what you do what you love. How can you go wrong? And so, for me, I want to thank the DRC for, you know, having me here. I think this is a privilege. You know, it's also a privilege to say that, you know, I worked under the supervision of Dr. Jacqueline Perry, who's not here with us anymore, but, you know, the recognition. You know, I want to thank Joe. I want to thank Sarah for being here. And, you know, and it's an honor to be here. and be part of this program. And the main thing is, just have fun. And I always tell people, and I'm a peer mentor at work, and a lot of times I'm mentoring people who have nothing to do with the program. There are people who are not disabled, just who have problems that go beyond work. And a lot of times I find myself being the ear to a lot of things, and confidentiality, I can keep that to myself, and I'm always trying to encourage somebody. You know what? If you have an issue, what's the fix? I'm not a professional, but what I do, I love what I do, and I love the people that I do it with. And you guys are all part of this, and I want to thank everyone who's nominated me, everyone who's brought me here, the city of Long Beach for having all of these things, and again, family, friends, and just being to do the right thing. And my motto is keep my head up and refuse to lose, because life is good. No matter what you say, no matter what you think, life is good. And we go from that to downtown Long Beach. It was a privilege receiving that award. I'm very passionate about my music. Music is an outlet, and with the music, I'm doing movies, also short movies. I'm doing music. I spend a lot of time editing, and the guys at work say, they always joke about, man, what else can we stopped counting on our fingers, but now we count our toes. And, it's like, these are the things that I do that I love to do. And I spend a lot of time with the people that I very much believe in. And again, it's music, it's movies, but it's life. Life is good. And, for me to be part of this is great. So I won't take up any more of your time. Thank you. And I also want to thank my friend Sinead here. She's been a part of, I've known her for 20 years. And, she's very inspirational. And again, I want to thank everyone because I'm enjoying this. The whole journey of this. Thank you much. www.PerSayTheBand.com. Get your Facebook, get your phones out and go to Facebook and look us up, Per Say the Band, and like us. And check us out. Downtown Long Beach. And we will be at the VA on the 4th of July if you want to come out. Thank you.
Hey, Mom. I tell you, spent all his time in church, he's preaching. All right, there you go. Congratulations, Charles.
Congratulations, Charles. Getting some awards from the supervisor. So Charles, I just have one question. When do you sleep?
5 hours a day. That's
5 hours, yeah. You know what? I really like your brother because he laughs at all my jokes. I take him everywhere I
Still laughing?
go. He's the best.
Still laughing? You didn't even tell a joke.
I know.
Bring him along.
Can you carry all that, Charles? Let's do quite a little bit. We may need some help. Let's hear it again for Charles White.